A young woman from the former communist East Germany, virtually unknown and without much political experience. And West Germany's long-serving Chancellor at the peak of his political career. It was after the Berlin Wall fell that Helmut Kohl first crossed paths with Angela Merkel. She was a spokeswoman for the transitional government in the East. A high-profile civil rights activist drew Kohl's attention to her.
Rainer Eppelmann
says he endorsed her, but there are many others who make similar claims. But that's how Angela Merkel came to Kohl's attention, and she was just the candidate he needed, young, from the East, and a woman.
At first, Merkel wasn't taken seriously. She became family minister. Then she gained the more demanding environment portfolio, all without a power base or connections. Kohl recognized her political talent, but probably never thought she would one day be his rival. The Chancellor had his work cut out firmly, anchoring the newly reunified Germany in Europe. That work also included introducing a common European currency further down the line. Kohl put his entire political weight behind the euro. At home in Germany, the problems were growing. The process of reunification was problematic. Many in the East were furious and felt Kohl had misled them. In the West, his popularity was waning too, after 16 years in office. In 1998, Kohl lost at the ballot box. The Chancellor of Unity had to step aside for Gerhard Schröder of the SPD. 2 years later, his public reputation was in tatters following the CDU's slush fund scandal. Kohl refused to name the people who had given the CDU secret donations, setting himself above the law. CDU General Secretary Angela Merkel openly opposed Kohl on the issue, and the great patriarch was forced to step down as party leader.
It was a daring move. She didn't talk to anyone about it beforehand. And many people held that against her. It wasn't right, they said. It wasn't the CDU's style. But for her, it clearly paid off.
Today, Merkel is Chancellor and has put the CDU on a new center course. She's now having to deal with the problems of German unity herself. As a former East German, she often has a different take on things. While Helmut Kohl has been hit by a number of personal tragedies. A fall in early 2008 has greatly affected his health.
He suffered terribly after he was so restricted by his illness. He appeared with George Bush Sr. and Mikhail Gorbachev, and it was clear he was the most frail. That was no doubt very hard for him to take. And despite his illness, and although he had difficulty speaking, he tried to do his bit and show himself as equal. It was tragic. That was always his way. He just couldn't give in. He could never say, "That's enough now."
In April, Helmut Kohl celebrated his 80th birthday. After years of confrontation, he and Merkel have made peace, and she was among those who paid tribute to him.
The new opportunities that I received in 1990, both personally and in my career, are inseparably linked with your name. I'd like to thank you for that, both personally and on behalf of the millions of people who lived in former East Germany.
Indeed, no one can take away Helmut Kohl's place in history as the architect of German unity.